Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Jujutsu Kaisen episode number 11 reaction. Okay, the previous episode we get to meet, not meet, but we get to know more about Junpei and how he was being treated in school, like the whole bullying situation. And even though the teacher saw it, as always, teacher, he just ignored it and stuff like that. And why he went to Mahito after that, like obviously because of all of that. And then Yuji comes in contact with Junpei. I think his name was Junpei, wasn't it? Yeah, Junpei. And they like this they have like a conversation while all of this is happening. On the other side, Mahito is fighting with Nanami, and we can see that they were kind of going back and forth fighting. And Nanami was talking about how he wants to end this by 6 p.m. because otherwise it would be overtime. And but Mahito actually kind of showed his powers. He can change the body of things or of people, creatures, whatever it is, anything that has a soul. He can change the body of that because like according to him, soul is like the main thing outside which a body forms. So he can easily change the body if he has control over the soul, and that's how he's like using those creatures to attack Nanami. And yeah, in the end, time went out. It's 6 p.m. and Nanami's like, I have to go to overtime now, and it seems like he's serious now. While over there, Yuji has a conversation with Junpei. There was that teacher who came and starts like kind of talking crap about how like self-righteous things, like those type of typical teachers. And yeah, Junpei probably would have done something to him if Yuji didn't come and interfere. So now it looks like Yuji and Junpei will have a conversation. Let's see how that goes, and also let's see how Nanami's fight goes against Mahito. Let's begin episode number 11. So yeah, I'll be putting the subtitles on the timer here. Sync it whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Here we go, overtime. Overtime. Time based span. Oh, interesting. That's why. It's a time based span. So the more he fights, yeah. Ooh, that's interesting. Oh, damn. Huh. So he can do this to non living things as well. Okay. Oh, damn. Alright, he's attacking the. Okay. He's attacking the tunnel. Oh, whoa. Wait a minute. What the? Damn. Yeah, the whole thing's collapsing. So. Alright. Well, that was quick. I wasn't expecting it to be that quick. Hmm. Hmm. Narrow-minded. Well, no need to think about that. Insensitive too. Yeah, probably. Oh, did he? Oh boy. Oh, oh, he's still. Oh, he. Oh, is that why he's? Oh, that's why he's talking to him. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. What else? Human earthworm. Oh, okay. Okay. You also saw that. Okay, who the hell is that? Oh my god, this guy's here. I forgot his name. Geta. Geta, wasn't it? Yeah. Perfectionist. Damn. Hmm. Wow. There have been reasons. Yeah. Mm. Damn. Alright, who's that? Wait. Uh, where have I seen this lady before? She seems quite familiar. Maybe not. Oh, he's hungry. Oh, there you go. Oh, is he like stuck underneath? Oh my god. Damn, that's nasty. Oh, Geto, not Geta, sorry. Hmm. Okay, that's very convenient. Well, he's gone. Yeah, he's just hanging out. Okay, no. Oh boy. Wow. That's what's bothering him. Yeah? Oh my god. Oh no, he's calling. Damn. Hmm. Oh no, here we go. Oh, yeah, why did you say that? Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. Like, Maito. Yeah. Yeah, that's problem. Hmm. Oh, they're having dinner still. What is he talking about? Oh, his childhood. Yeah? What type of face is he making? Oh boy. Hmm. Tiny aquarium. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, Ijichi is calling. Yep. 2 hours. It's like, oh god. Yeah, it's fine. He knows already. Hmm. True. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and he's the one who puts the most importance to that. Because of his grandfather and how he said like help everyone. Hmm. Oh my god, what the hell? Oh no! What? When did this thing come in? Oh my god. Oh no. Oh my god. Wait, where did he get the Sukuna's fingers from? Oh god. Hmm. Oh. I'm pretty sure they did it. Or who, wait a minute, who? Wait, so Oh, here we go. Wait, is he the one who? Okay, I'm genuinely confused. Damn, here we go. You cannot escape. Okay. Windows. Windows. Yeah, so he's the one who. Huh. Damn. Oh, great. This guy's here as well. Yeah. You're acting like as if you don't know. Well, you're screwed. So he's the one. I don't know. Is but how did he do that? Damn. He's the one. So is he the one? But no, then why would he? Like, I don't understand. When did he even get it from? Okay, I'm a little bit like I don't understand. When did he even get in? What? How? Like, is he really? Okay, okay. Next episode will probably give my answers. Like, I don't understand why is he like trying to get him because like where did he even think that he was the one? Why did he even think that he was the one who got in and put that in his house? Like, first of all, how? How did he get his hands on the finger? That's number one. Number two, when did he get in the room? Like, they were like inside the room, inside their house. How is it even possible? Why did he even think that he was the one who did that? Okay, I'm hoping next episode will answer my questions. Like that's like a suddenly he just I don't know. Like I feel like he would have. I felt that he would suspect Yuji because Yuji came in into their house, so that's the first thing I thought that he was going to do. But he just started suspecting this guy who obviously he definitely bullied him in school. But just because of that, I don't know. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's it. Wait, that's it. There's no Jujutsu Kaisen today. Okay. All right. So yeah, this is the thing. I'm a bit confused. Like, why did he, like, I actually thought that he would be like, oh, Yuji did it, probably start suspecting him because he came in and all that stuff. He had, like, had a meal and everything. He's also a Jujutsu sorcerer, so there's a big chance that he was the one. So I thought that Junpei would think that he Yuji was the one who did it and tried to go or, like, fight against Yuji. But this, what he did was the most surprising. He suddenly, like, grabbed this guy, who, yeah, obviously he definitely bullied him in school and everything. But, like, how? Look, first of all, how would he get his hands on the finger? And even if he's able to get his hands on the finger, how would he get in the room and put it inside over there, and then go back? How? And why did Junpei even think that that is possible and decided to suspect this guy? I'm not sure. I'm really don't, like, I genuinely don't understand how he came to that conclusion. But anyways, next episode will probably answer my questions. Either way, this episode we begin with the fight, Nanami versus Mahito. Like, Nanami goes into overdrive, not overdrive, sorry, overtime mode, and so Mahito says that, oh, so this is like a time-based pact. I think, what did he call it? Time-based. Excuse me. Time-based pact. Yeah, that's what he said. So a time-based pact. So I'm guessing this is like something which is. That's why he was saying, like, oh, 6 p.m. So after 6 p.m. he, or not 6 p.m. I'm guessing after like a certain amount of time that he fights, he probably goes into overtime mode, which increases his power or whatever. So that's the thing. Now, what he says is that he kind of gives a detailed explanation of his power after this. He says, like, oh, not only can I, like, cut, like, vertically or, like, horizontally, like, each part of the body I can have like a separate, like, scale to it, the 7 by 3 scale, like each hand, like, from the wrist to the elbow, I'm guessing, like, one scale, maybe from the wrist to the tip of the fingertips, another scale, from the elbow to the shoulder, another scale. So as much as you want, you can break down the body parts, and that's how he. So I'm guessing that's going to obviously increase the amount of critical hits that he could uh, unleash on an enemy, because it's not once, but it's for each body part. He can, like, break it down into that many, like, sections. So he can cause a critical hit over here on this, in his hand, with that scale, another critical hit here from the wrist to the elbow, another one from the elbow to the shoulder, and many more. So obviously it's going to increase the damage, more crit hits that he's able to unleash on the enemy. Not only that, he can also use this on non-living objects. So any kind of thing, chair, be it like an airplane, as he shows, anything, an apple, he can do it. So that's like his like an extended power. And he starts fighting, and he's like, what I can do here to Mahito is that I need to unleash my full in the one like, hit, and actually annihilate him completely, reduce him to smithereens with a single blow. And what he did was he called this ratio technique collapse and attacked the tunnel. And Mahito deduces that the rubble that came out, that is also like imbued with cursed technique. I think that's what he says. Okay, it's an expanded technique that imbues the destroyed target with cursed enemy. There you go. So those rubble that gets him will also be packed with cursed energy. So that's also a threat. The rubble that's falling on him. It's a wide range attack that puts him at risk as well. So I guess I should dodge this one as well. Okay, there you go. So While he's doing all of this, Nanami just comes in and just attacks his legs and just destroys it completely. And like, since the rubble was falling, Nanami is like, yeah, you know what? I'll end this here. I'll leave. Like, I'll take care of you later. And he leaves. And yeah, since his leg is gone, it'll take a while for it to and regenerate back. So the rubble actually falls on him, and he gets stuck over there. So there you go. That's how he was defeated temporarily at that moment. While all of this is happening, we get to see Junpei talking to Yuji, and Yuji is like, "Oh, what should I do? Like, I cannot really ask him about anything unless and until Ichiji-san comes in." And he's calling him, he's not answering. Ichiji's like, busy trying to get those, like, cursed monsters. So yeah, Yuji's thinking what to do, and Junpei is actually talking to him, at least giving him a chance, because Mahito told him that, oh, if you see like someone with a button which has like this swirling design, talk to them. They're Jujutsu sorcerers. Like, you should talk to them, and I'm sure you'll get along well with them. And yeah, so you know Yuichi is like, should I actually converse with him? He's kind of thinking about it. And Yuji comes to the decision that he should talk to him instead of just waiting for Ichiji. So yeah, he just asks one question. Oh, do you know about the thing that happened in the cinema hall? The dead body thing, like, situation. Do you know anything about it? Did you know those guys and all? Like, anything he asks. And he's like, no, I don't know anything about it. And he's like, ah, okay, then that's fine. You know, that's it. That's the end. Because yeah, that's all he was supposed to ask here. And Ichiji is not here, so he cannot ask any further question. So there you go, mission completed. And then he's like, all right, let me just sit down beside you and talk to you, because technically I have to wait here with you unless and until my boss comes in, Ichiji. So let me just talk to you normal about some normal stuff. So they sit down and he starts talking to him, and he's like, oh, what were you doing in the movie theater? What were you watching? And he, like, Junpei starts talking about everything, and he's like, oh, it was a human earthworm, I think. Earthworm 3. And I forgot that Yuji actually saw those, because, like, with the whole training. And that's why he's actually able to talk to him about it. And he's like, oh, yeah, I saw that as well. Due to certain circumstances, I saw that a lot of times. And, like, and he's like, that's too much for me. I didn't like it. And Ichiji's like, but oh, number 2 was good. And as soon as he says that, Yuji also kind of says that at the same time. And they're like, oh yeah, there you go. Like, like, our tastes are the same. And Yuichi kind of talks about what makes number 2 better. Talks about how it's like the changing emotions of the perfectionist who abandons everything. Stuff like that. Like, he's kind of talking about, and Yuji's like, oh, that's cool. Like, so that is why, like, it was so much more interesting. I didn't realize that, and they're having like a nice time talking about it. And he's like, oh, do you like movies? And Yuji's like, yeah, I didn't I didn't really watch it before, but now I have to, kind of, for some circumstances. But I just watch it on DVDs and not really in the theaters. And he's like, oh, but theaters are more impactful. Yuji's like, all right then, invite me next time. And, like, gives him his phone number and everything. And he's surprised. He's like, oh my god, like, what the hell? Now, either way, the mom comes in suddenly, and the mom is like, oh, this is your friend. And he tells his mom that, oh, like, I told you to quit smoking, you're still doing it. So yeah. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry about that, like, okay. Now, I actually, I don't know why I felt like it's probably in some other anime. His mom seems so familiar, like, like, the mom, as soon as she came in, I'm like, wait a minute, have I seen this character before? I feel like it's probably some other anime, like maybe a character like this I recognize or something. But Yeah, I actually felt that I knew this character. I was like, wait a minute, did we actually see this lady before in this show? But then I'm like, oh, probably not, because like I don't recall that. So it must be some other anime, that some other character I saw, which kind of reminded me of her, or so something like that. Anyways, so yeah, and she's like, she comes in, she's talking to Yuji, and she's like, oh, come with us, like I'll feed you, I'll give you like we can have dinner together. And Yuji's stomach starts growling. So there you go. They're going to, he's going to go and have a meal. Anyways, Geto comes in to the underground tunnel, and yeah, talks to Mahito, and Mahito's very impressed about how like Nanami did that, and he's like, yeah, that was actually crazy. And he also figured out that he can do anything with his body, any kind of thing he can make, like his finger became like a bladed weapon. So yeah, he's going to experiment more next time. So there you go. Now I like how Ichiji just is thinking about this whole situation. He's like, oh, wait a minute, Yuji's not here. Like, what should I do? And he's like, yeah, like if this was Gojo Sensei, you know, I wouldn't really have thought much about it, because he's a frivolous character. He does whatever the hell he wants to, always just just very casual. So I won't be that much bothered. But this is the Nanami Sensei, who's always so serious. If he genuinely scolds me, I'll be crying at the end. So I don't want that to happen. I love how that is the main reason why he's why he's concerned. Either way, Nanami immediately calls, and he's like, "Oh no!" And yeah, Nanami is. You can see Nanami is in the. I'm guessing like a toilet, or like a washroom, where he's kind of just patching himself up. He's bleeding over here, and yeah. So he talks to Nanami, and Nanami's like, "I'm fine. No need to worry about me." And yeah, and then they talk about Yuji, and Ichiji, just almost like gave up. What's that Yuji is not being able, he's not able to find Yuji. And he in the end he's like, oh, like silly me, why did I even bring Yuji up? Like I I shouldn't have done that. But either way, Nanami has bigger problems to think about. He's thinking the whole situation about Mahito. Like, according to him, Mahito is a very he's a child, which makes sense. He probably was born very very recently, which kind of makes him like a child. And because of that, his attitude is like this. He's like trying to experiment on everything, and he's like this childish curiosity kind of thing that's going on. So now, one thing I need to, okay, you know what, let me go back. One thing I didn't understand. So Mahito, can he not use domain expansion? Okay, he's greedily enjoying his own growth. Um, Special grade cursed spirit that Goto-san had fought had mastered domain expansion. There you go. If he managed to survive, it wouldn't be much longer. He reaches that. There you go. Yeah, it's true. He actually cannot use domain expansion still. Mahito. I didn't even think about it. Now I'm realizing it. Yeah, he's right. And Nanami is right to be concerned, because he's strong like this. Like, Nanami, this battle that we fought, like, honestly speaking, Nanami would have lost here. He won because he had more experience in him. He's more experienced as a fighter. He was able to deal enough damage and immobilize him so that he can get away from there. But this battle, if this was a pure battle of strength and technique, yeah, I don't think Nanami would have won here. No way. Nanami won mainly because of experience, and that's what he's concerned about. He's concerned that if he's left to grow more, first of all, he'll gain more experience. Second, he might actually reach the stage where he's able to use a domain expansion, which is going to make the situation so much more troublesome. So he's right to be worried here in this situation, and he's like, I need to take care of this as soon as possible, otherwise it'll be a problem. All right, that's that. Now we see Yuji talking to like what's his name? Junpei, yeah. Junpei and his mom, they're like having a meal. Junpei's mom is like, like drunk almost, and they like do some like you just doing some crazy things like talking to the leak, and like giving out some movie references. I'm guessing I didn't understand that, but anyways, Junpei is having fun. The mom is like just laughing, and then the mom just falls asleep, and there you go. So you can see Yuji asks like, oh, you care about your mom like a lot, don't you? And you can see he's thinking of the past where he said that, oh, like what if I don't go to school? His mom was like, yeah, it's fine, no problem, like don't have to take everything that serious. If you don't want to go, you don't have to go. Like this is the school is basically an aquarium. Like it's not that that's the only aquarium that is in the world. There's a lot of other aquariums. There's also the ocean. So yeah, you do what you gotta do. Like if you don't want to go, I'm not going to force you. And this kind of shows that how she respected his decision, because obviously most of the time what I would envision is the mom or the dad in this type of a situation would be like, oh no, you have to go. Like how long will you be staying in your house? Like probably force his or her child to go to school, even though like it's clearly like like you can clearly see that the child is actually being bullied, and like is not having a good time at school. So yeah, that kind of shows how his mom gave his opinions more priority. And when he said that I don't want to go to school, he was like, yeah, don't go to school, like no problem. But either way, like this is the thing, in this type of situation, like I said, the whole bullying situation, it's a very like difficult situation to tackle. First of all, the teachers are not able to do anything half of the time. More than half of the time they are just useless. That like they cannot do anything in that type of situation. The student is getting bullied. No one helps. Like even like the rest of the class, they don't do anything. They just stay there spectator, just because like they're also scared they might get bullied, so they keep quiet about everything, like and just looks the other way. And the guy or the person who's getting bullied, they also cannot do anything in that situation, because they're the one who's getting bullied. If they try to do much things, the bully is going to bully them even more. So it's a very sensitive situation. The parents at their house, obviously they also cannot do much thing, because they might go and complain to the school, but the school will just brush it aside. And worst thing might happen, the worst thing that might happen is that the teacher might actually bring that up with those bullies, and the bullies will be like, oh, I don't know, I never do anything like that. And yeah, it'll all be like pushed under the rug. But the bullies will start bullying the person even more, because they'll be like, oh, you tattled to your parents, you tattled to the teacher, all right, we'll increase the bullying then. So like most of the times, like bullies, like the bully type, like these bullying situations, they don't have any happy ending. It just like the person who's being bullied, like they have to just struggle up until the end and somehow survive. If you survive, you'll win. Other than that, there's no proper solution, at least like in most situations. So yeah, like that's the thing. So the fact that the mom actually kind of supported him in this situation without trying to be like, oh no, you have to go, which it helps, it helps. She's like, yeah, you don't have to go. Worst scenario, if you want to change schools, I'll do that. Like he obviously he didn't she didn't say it like that, but the whole aquarium, like thing that she talked about, that kind of hinted that. She said that, yeah, like this is not the only aquarium, there's multiple aquariums, which showed that she said that indirectly. She said that, yeah, if you want to change schools, I'm happy to do so. But yeah, that little flashback we saw. And then Junpei asks Yuji that, oh, you're a Jujutsu sorcerer, aren't you? And then he says like, are you okay with this? Because like a time might come when you actually have to kill someone. And Yuji says like, I don't want that. And Yuji says that, like, what the thing is, even if I kill someone bad, like the fact is I'm taking a life, and that in itself is going to introduce killing in me. Now, according to Yuji's like logic and Yuji's way of looking at the world, he thinks that once that happens, even to his loved ones, he won't be able to look at them in the same way. If he kills someone, and he'll constantly feel guilt, and that's going to change him as a person. Which I guess I can kind of agree to that, but at the same time, it is also true that like what can I say? Like if this is a situation where you really need to do something and killing is the only way, especially in this type of a world where like Jujutsu sorcerers curses and everything are like just you know, I feel like Yuji will have to pull the trigger. He cannot really keep his hand clean all the time, and he has to stain his hand with blood unless and until he like if he wants to like protect his loved ones. Like, yeah, you know what, my situation might suddenly come up where he has to do something to save someone. Like if he hesitates there, then yeah, that won't do. So I can kind of see what Yuji is saying, but at the same time, I feel like in this line of work, you need to be ready, and you need to have the conviction. Like, yeah, don't kill anyone, but you need to have the conviction to do that if it's necessary, and that type of thing. I don't know. This is just what I think, because obviously they're Jujutsu sorcerers. They're not like normal civilians just living their peaceful life. No, they're actually in the front lines, just fighting with these things. So they need to have that conviction at least. And that, yeah, I can kill, but I'm not going to. That type of thing. I don't know, like what I think. Anyways, so after that we can see that what's his name? Yuji. Yeah, Yuji is also kind of laying down and thinking about it, and he's also like, yeah, like I thought up until now that I'm ready to do that. I'm ready to kill, but now after listening to Yuji, his mom's face comes up in front of him, and he's like, maybe if it means that killing will taint my soul, maybe I cannot do it because of my mother. And he's thinking of all of that while the mom wakes up, and oh my god, this part. Okay, I genuinely don't understand, where did the finger come from? He looks at the finger. Where did it come from? I'm so confused. I genuinely don't know. I don't understand. And okay, the finger came in suddenly. Like Yuji was there up until a few moments ago. It wasn't there up until then. So when did the? How did the finger come in? I don't know. Anyways, there was that monster, and yeah. Okay, let me read this part. They kind of explain what happened. After the incident at Satosakura High School, we discovered the corpse of Yoshino Nagi, Yoshino Junpei's mother, at their home. Oh my god. Along with an unsealed Sukuna's finger, his second left arm's pinky finger. We believe Yoshino Nagi was attacked by cursed spirits drawn to Sukuna's finger. Okay. Her remains were missing everything from waist down. Damn. There are no visible or detectable traces of blood found on site, and Yoshino Nagi's body was lying down in her bedroom. Lifting the blanket revealed only cold packs and ice bags spread out beneath it. Oh god. Now, after that, we see Yuji and Nanami talking about it, and Yuji's like, why can't I go in? And you're injured. And he's like, I don't want to be a child, even in this situation. And Nanami says that no, it's not that. That's not what I'm saying. He says like there will a time will come definitely when you will be forced to kill a person yourself because you're in this line of work. But this is not that time. And Yuji remembers what he said, that I don't want to kill. Okay, and he also says, please understand this. Being a child is not a sin. I would like to ask you to continue monitoring Yoshino Junpei. Yeah. And there you go. And then we see Junpei, like with like wearing the white coat. Sorry, a black coat. And yeah, as like goes to school. Now we can see that he brought the finger to Mahito, and Mahito said that, oh, that's a cursed object known as Sukuna that attracts other curses. And yeah, here we go. He asks, like, what is a thing like that doing in my house? There are many curse users who earn money by cursing people. Oh, it was probably done by one of them. With money and connection, it's easy to. Oh, okay, I understand now. What's going? This part I didn't read it properly. So wait, so that guy hired someone to do this, but then how did it come inside the house? Like I'm so confused about that. Like Yuji was there up until the last section, and then Yuji left. I'm guessing, and I'm pretty sure after that Junpei locked the door, put the blanket on his mom, and he went to his house, his room, and the mom was there in the living room just sleeping. How did it come? How did the finger come on? And how was the finger on the table? Like how? Like even if someone that guy hired someone to do this, how was the finger there? Like it wasn't there up until Yuji was there. So what? I don't understand. Oh, maybe. Oh, no, something that I'm thinking. Maybe the bag that she was carrying, like the grocery that she like she shopped. She had the leak and everything. Maybe someone just slipped it in there or something. I don't know. That might be one way. Okay, so I had to ask, like, do you do you have any idea about someone who might hold a grudge against you or your mother, or perhaps someone dark and gloomy with plenty of money and free time? There he goes, and he immediately realized who it is. So yeah, next we get to see there's like a prize giving ceremony going on in the school, and this guy, he got like a certain prize, and he's like, oh, what did what the hell were you thinking? I just told you to write whatever, but you made me win the top damn prize. Oh my god. Yeah, again, like money and connections. And everyone's like, oh, Sota Senpai, so cool. Either way, outside we can see that Mahito and Geto is there. And he unleashes like I think he called it a wheel. Okay, let me see what he said. Um, Wheel, that's the name. Okay, they cannot escape from the inside. Some can enter from the outside, but only with weak cursed energy. That's why Yuji was able to get in. Makes sense, like yeah, his cursed energy is weak now, because obviously like Sukuna is here inside of him, but his own cursed power is weak. So unless until Sukuna unleashes himself, obviously Yuji's cursed power is weak, so that's why he was able to get in, I'm guessing. It's unannounced field in a residential area. The windows will report it right away. I hope it plays out as you believe it will. And Mahito's like, I think it'll go fine. The general course was already set once Junpei landed Sukuna's vessel. Okay, I'll cause the two of them to clash and force Itadori Yuji into a pact giving Sukuna dominance. Okay, so that's their plan. Okay, now this part he kind of explains a little bit more. He says that, are you okay with this? That finger was a precious resource, right? The finger that is over there. So yeah, Geto somehow was able to do it. It's fine. The finger from juvenile center was quickly absorbed into Itadori Yuji after all. Yeah, that did happen. I'd like to have Jujutsu Tech retrieve the one we placed at Yoshino Junpei's home as well. Another ploy, and he's like, yeah, okay, and he leaves. Either way, everyone inside the the school has like fallen asleep. Only the teacher is awake, and that guy, I forgot his name. Anyways, and Junpei comes in and he's like, "Oh, Sensei, you see this? Now you're going to see everything that happens." And he goes up on stage, and he asks him like, "Okay, I have a question for you. Are you the one who left that in my room?" And he's like, "Oh, what are you talking about? I don't know." And then he sees his hands kind of becoming blue, and yeah, Junpei is doing something, and yeah, he falls down on the ground. He's still like kind of just acting tough, but just Junpei just gets him, grabs him by his collar, and he's like, "You still think you're in the position to ask questions?" And show some sincerity, okay. And he says that I'm sorry and starts crying. So I don't know if that's like a indication that he's the one who did it, but next episode will probably tell us. Either way, I genuinely like okay, they kind of said that he probably hired someone, but it still doesn't make sense. How did the finger appear in the middle of their room? Like how did that happen? Did someone put the finger in the mom's basket? The plastic bag that she was carrying? Is that how it got transported in their room? I don't understand that. Okay, anyways, yeah, and it also kind of looks like that Geto was also the one who kind of had something to do with this, so that's also another thing. Anyways, I think the next episode will probably answer a lot of my questions that I'm still having. Either way, so yeah, Yuji comes in, and obviously Yuji is probably going to try to stop him now, but I doubt he's going to stop. Let's see. Anyways, that was episode number 11 of Jujutsu Kaisen. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That's it. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Jujutsu Kaisen. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.